This is Grumpy Old Gamer. Welcome back to my Let's Play of The Movies. A 12-year-old game came out in 2005 on the Activision label. I had to go back a little bit. I had a crash between the last episode and this episode. The last episode ended with a crash to desktops. We had to go back and do a makeover on our director there, put her in a nice looking dress. But the actor it must have saved just right after we had done him, so he is not needed to be touched up at all. But in this episode, what are we gonna do? Interesting title. We are going to start the first gay movie, well, at least the first gay western back in 1921, I do believe it is. So, no, I guess it's 1922, so...
As you can imagine, the more successful your stars become, the more money they want. Hover over one of your stars to see how they feel about their salary. If you want to give a star a raise, take them to the production office.
Alright, let's see. Let's find that actor fellow, and let's get him a salary raise to make him happier.
Oh, that was some exciting music. Next, we'll slow down and have a rest. Too much excitement is lethal.
Follow the guiding streams and read the information bubbles to see what you need to do.
Oh, yes. I remember being on stage with the great...
This movie has some minor roles that you can fill with extras. You can hire extras at the stage school.
Okay, now this is the dilemma here, and the crux of the biscuit. This is why we get the title for this segment, is there's only 2 people in line to be extras, and they're both male, and we need to cast an extra for a romantic comedy. So one of these guys is going to be it.
This movie has some minor roles that you can fill with extras. You can hire extras at the stage school.
To fly around the world in planes.
This movie has some minor roles that you can fill with extras. You can hire extras at the stage school.
Nearing 7 miles per hour, the plucky octet believes...
This movie has some minor roles. Available extras will automatically fill any minor roles in your movies. They'll gain genre experience, and you can turn them into stars if you think they're good enough.
Oh well, let's get on with production and rehearsal of our gay western. Let's get the director in their office, and let's get our actor in his office, and they can begin rehearsing of this film. Now, what's the name of this film? The name of the film is, boy, Love's Lasso, I think. I can't really read it with my old man glasses, but we will see when it comes up here a little bit later, a little bit clearer. Gonna get him out there in the taco truck after this.
Shall we have a scary story now? One stormy night a few years ago, I turned on an electric light. There was a bing, and the light stopped working. Nobody had touched it, and the glass was intact, but the filament had been broken by forces unknown.
Remember to place a movie in the shoot it room when it's ready to shoot. Okay, your second movie is now shooting. Follow the movie if you want to make sure everything goes to plan. Keep an eye on your star's moods during shooting. If a star's mood bar is glowing green, they will give a great performance. But if it's glowing red, they'll give a very bad performance.
Now we'll watch our director and our actor, and maybe our extra. I don't think our extra's in the first scene, but we'll watch them gather over on the stage set and get ready to shoot the first scene of this film.
Time for a scary story. A few years ago, my neighbor Ethel went to Loch Ness. As she looked across the loch for the monster, she saw it. Another frightening tale next week, my friends.
I really do enjoy being in tycoon mode and watching them go to work and make their little movies and do their little filming and their costumes and such. It gets really exciting later when you actually dress them in their costumes and written each of the different scenes, so that way you know what's going on and it's completely different than anybody else has ever experienced. This is really like one of my all-time favorite tycoon and creation games. Back in its heyday, they had servers where you could upload the films in real low-res versions for other people to watch, so they didn't have to waste too much bandwidth. But it was active for quite a while, then eventually shut down. But this was what I would consider pretty early in the internet community-driven content.
It's interesting that although I'm broadcasting to the whole city, I'm not nervous. You see, I could never speak in front of such a large gathering of people. Oh, no, sir.
Here we go with the filming of the second scene of the film, where you'll see the supporting actor coming down the stairs here and taking his position at the bar, and in a minute you'll see the main actor enter through the main doorway with a bouquet of flowers to woo the man at the bar. Oh, my casting woes. If I would have only known, if I would have only could have prevented this somehow, but it was the only option. There was only 2 male applicants.
It's a wrap.
Want to thank you for supporting the channel by viewing my video. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe please. If you really want to help the channel out, you can click on the link below to get the Humble Monthly Bundle. through my link to help support the channel. Maybe even support me on Patreon.
There are some new sets available to build, which will help add variety to your future movies and keep the public interested. But keep an eye on your finances.
I have a letter here. It was wrongly delivered, so Mr. Juniper of 159 Trug Street North, if you're listening, could you collect it from our secretary?
Movies can be themed around one of 5 different genres: action, comedy, romance, sci-fi, and horror. Making movies of different genres and using different sets will keep your movies fresh and interesting.
Let's build another set. Let's build a sci-fi set. It's an expensive set. Let's get it out of the way. But I personally am a total geek from the 70s. I love sci-fi, and I think the sci-fi that they do in this game looks really, really interesting with the old funky set. Looks like something that was from the old Buck Rogers movies or some of the more wild serials from back in the days. This is Grumpy Old Gamer. I want to thank you for making it this far. I want to encourage you to stick around here and hit the subscribe button in a few minutes, and also hit the button to jump to the next video in this series. We are on number 5 right now, but number 6 is our next episode, where we will probably finish up the gay cowboy movie we started in this episode. Want to thank you once again for subscribing, liking. Please give me a thumbs up, and we'll see you soon on the road to the indie goodness.
It's a wrap.
This is Grumpy Old Gamer. Make sure you hit that subscribe button for more indie game goodness, and come on back for more The Movies Let's Play